going on, everybody? Happy Labor Day. Yeah, happy Labor Day to everybody, man. I know probably everybody in the cookouts and all that. You don't get this right away, you'll get it eventually. You know, it's going to fall on your lap either way, you know what I mean, now or eventually, so it don't matter. Just capitalize when, you know, you see it, that's all. Yeah, man, big day. I want to talk about the Colorado Buffaloes. I definitely want to hit up on my New York Yankees. Like I said, I'll be lucky to get people in the building because everybody in the cookout, but I had to do something today. It's a holiday. Everything's closed down. I couldn't even get my car fixed today, like, because everything's closed down. So, you know, I got to put in more work. I got to continue to put in work. My wife said, yo, you just made something on Friday. You was busy Saturday with the other shit. I said, yeah, I got to continue to work, man. Yeah, but, you know, like I said, everybody in their cookouts doing their thing. And I hope everybody have fun. I hope everybody lives for what I told them. No drinking and driving. Make sure you guys ain't drinking and driving. Have fun in the cookouts. But when you get home, make sure you do it appropriately because there's still cops out there. And they will lock your ass up. So all this fun weekend shit goes right down the drain once you get, you know what I'm saying, a DUI. All that shit goes right out the window. And now you got consequences to face. X-Man in the building, what's going on? X-Man, you don't want to miss this. I'm going to play this dope track in a little while, but I'm just letting the room fill up. Once the room fill up, then I can start the show. But I'm basically wishing everybody a happy Labor Day. And if you're in the cookouts, you know, Uber it. You know what I'm saying? Uber it. You know what I'm saying? Because don't think, oh, I could drive. A lot of cops ain't out there. You know, I could get away with it. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you what my wife always tells me, man. Regret is at the end, man. I mean, you living it up till them cops pull you over, and then now you just started the disaster that's going to come forward. Between taking your license, $4,500 in fines, going to classes, then as you doing all this, you stripped of your license because you can't move around because you don't have your license. So you got to depend on other people to do shit for you. And I'm telling you, it's the beginning of the disaster where all you have to do is don't drink and drive. That's it. So, okay, let me get to this. I don't have a messenger today, but I was watching the, you know, the old B Real from Cypress Hills. To me, he's a Hall of Famer, man. That group's a Hall of Fame group. They bring it different. They had their own style. Cypress Hills always had it. They always had their style. But he said one important thing, right? I was listening to one joint he was talking about. He said that there's one beat that when it starts, nobody goes more crazier than the beat I'm going to play for y'all right now at the beginning of the beat. It might not mean the whole song. He said that everybody stops what they doing. Everybody go on crazy mode. And I had a lot of beats like that. I remember back in the days, 45 Kings. Whoever don't know that shit, that beat was crazy. I remember they used to put that shit, we all went crazy. Then you had a lot of like, you know, Jay-Z shit, KRS, Rakim. But this beat right here separates it all from everybody. The beat I'm going to play right now from B Real, it's not B Real's beat. He said that he played this in his own. Matter of fact, he had a concert and he played this to get the crowd crazy. And it was his duty to take him to the next level. B4 in the building, what up? So he played another guy's beat in his own concert because the beat is so crazy. And what he did, he needed the crowd to go crazy so that he could take his Cypress Hill shit and take it to the other level. So this is the beat. If y'all ain't feeling it, y'all never felt this, that's on y'all. But this is the beat that drives the people the craziest in the beginning of the beat. Enjoy it for the little minute I'm going to play. If you wasn't feeling this here, you wasn't hip-hop. So this shit right here as you play this beat, motherfuckers is going crazy, man. Real talk. I got a past experience in the Palladium in New York. But I'm going to get to it after I let y'all hear this for a little while. House of Pain, by the way, baby. Be real, play this on this shit. House of Pain. Yo, Mark, we're not doing that today. I'm just going to go in and out, Mark. This ain't an actual show. I'm just going in and out. Just enjoy the view. Enjoy watching your man for a while. Just one time. You like to watch auxiliary, right? Auxiliary, watch your man for a while, bro. Alright. So let me give y'all a story before I start the show. We was in the Palladium. This is no capping. You know I don't cap. My man MK took us all out. It was me, Turtle, MK, Angel, and LR. True story. This shit came on right here. Me and Turtle Ralph. I don't know what the fuck we were doing, but all I know we were wrestling on the floor. I don't know how that shit happened. Maybe we were drinking, smoking too much. All I know we was on the floor wrestling. As soon as this shit came on. My man MK came to us, was like, yo, chill, y'all, no motherfuckers bugging. And his chain popped. It's a true story, no capping. At least it's $7,000 chain my man Master Killer was wearing. MK, he up top right now. Salute to MK. The chain popped, his piece rolled off the chain, right? Shit rolled. It was like a round $2,000 piece. Shit rolled in the crowd. Man, we were looking for that shit. He grabbed the chain. He was fortunate to grab the chain. So we looking for the piece, right? We couldn't find that shit. Niggas had baby flashlight lighters. We didn't have the phones with the light that time, I think. This was way back, like in the 90s. This motherfucker couldn't find the piece. Chain was like another $2,500 at least. He flinged it in the crowd, bro. He said, fuck it. I'll buy another one tomorrow. Reason, the moral of the story is, I wasn't doing that good that time. You know what I'm saying? A few of my niggas, we was surviving, but we wasn't eating like that. And to this motherfucker to fling a $2,500 chain, which I could have took and palmed that shit and maybe got some work and did something, that shit killed me in every kind of way that the shit could kill me. Then I seen him the next day, he went and bought the whole shit all over. And I'm like, damn, dog, you couldn't just break that shit in half and give it to me and Ralph or something? But anyway, the song is what made all that shit go down. And this is why I tell you, this is one of the craziest beginning beats ever, the House of Pain joint. Now let's start the show. I thought I'd just get that out there. Try to change the show a little bit. Happy Labor Day again to everybody, man. Like I said, if you in the park still eating, still in the cookout, be smart, get an Uber, don't drink in the driver. Like I said, regret is at the end. You don't want to fuck around with it. And you know, shout out to everybody. I'm not gonna go through my normal shout out list, but shout out to all the people getting money, doing your thing, all your people in the grind, trying to push your product, trying to push your idea, and even shout out to the people who just got regular jobs. You can't forget nobody. Everybody that's putting out an effort and not staying home on some get fat shit, you know, going out there, making ends meet. Salute to all of y'all, man. Now let me start off with this man right here. I know you see this handsome man right here, Deion Sanders. And salute to my man Chiba. Chiba from New York gave me this shirt right here. One of the craziest shirts I ever had. Salute to Chiba. Much love, my brother. But we on Deion Sanders. This guy right here is starting to be like a guard in college football. He took Jackson State to a 27-7 record. Went to the chip. They lost the chip. But turned that whole program around. I mean, he took Jackson State. And when you talk about, he made a total upside down turnaround in that university, dog. Sanders went over there and turned that program around. And you know how they thanked him? By stealing his shit. One time they broke and stole his jewelry. They didn't meet up to the standards of, like they said they were, of paying him. They said that once he sold out the stadium, he was going to get 30% of that money. He never got no money. They claimed that the stadium wasn't sold out. Deion will walk on the field and see the stadium is sold out. But like I said before, he didn't do that for money. He felt it was God's call. And it was, certain things that are making him feel happy in life. Because if you know Deion and you read up about Deion Sanders, he said he always had a hole in his heart. Even when he won the Super Bowl with the Niners, he cried because he didn't feel fulfilled. He wasn't fulfilled. He was still lacking. And this is why I respect this dude so much. Like, I loved him as a football player. I loved him in Florida State. I loved him in Atlanta. Loved him with the Dallas Cowboys, Niners, Atlanta Falcons, where he started off. Everywhere he went, Baltimore Ravens, everywhere he went, he made a change. He made a change. Meaning like he made the team better. So when he took this job at Jackson State, I was the first one. Look, I'm telling you on my show, I don't rock that raw truth and I don't keep it 100%. Because there's no need of me to put those hats out there. That's my name, that's my creation. There's no need to put that out there if I don't keep it 100. I thought he wasn't going to make it. I was like, this dude ain't going to. What? This guy's a player. He ain't no coach. I see so many ex-players, the star players usually don't do well as coaches. It's usually the bench warmers or guys that don't really do shit. They amount to good coaches. Steve Kerr's of the world. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. He went to that program. Turned that motherfucker around. 27-7. Got to the chip. Did what he had to do. He felt his core was he met up the standards and it was time to move on. And he moved on to Colorado. Nobody can say that's some bandwagon shit because Colorado, I think, won one game last year. One game. The Buffaloes, Pac-12. He went over there, dog, and it's still early, small sample. I didn't believe they were going to cover that 21 points this Saturday. I'm going to keep it 100. I thought TCU was going to run him out the building. How do you give Sanders his first game, a one-win team, a team that just lost in the chip? I don't care if Youngins wasn't there. I don't care if that little running back that the Cowboys picked up. No, I'm lying. You know what? He played in Kansas State. Erase that out your memory. But Youngins. Few other guys left, but they still was ranked 17 right off the rip. TCU was ranked 17 before this game. It's at TCU. 21-point underdog. I'm thinking they're going to get slammed. I thought they were going to get slammed. Not only did they compete, not only that they represented, they went to TCU and beat them outright, 45-42, and it could be the best game of the year. I know a little early to say that. Week one, it's like 17, 15 more weeks left of college football. But I'm telling you, I watched this game in Circa. I went to Circa, New Casino. I had to buy some entries for the NFL. When I tell you that every motherfucker in that casino, which probably holds a capacity maybe of a couple thousand, was on their feet, and that's the only game they targeted. They ain't give a fuck about any other game. Every play was like a huge play. And the biggest play that they went nuts, like that jump around shit that make motherfuckers go nuts, is when Sanders, when he hit that Dillon kid, 4th and 2, ran up the sideline, thought he was going to cut. He just stuttered and then kept going and put the burners on for that touchdown. That whole place, the roof came off of it. They was going nuts. Security guards were running around that motherfucker. The moral of the story, this is how much attention that Deion Sanders had bring to college football. And when he said he's coming, I didn't believe it. I'm thinking, you know what? I know college football. I'm not going to use the word prejudice without having proof, but I know him being an African American, 75% of his If it's working peoples, it's, the peoples underneath him, trainers, coaches, 75% are African Americans, and the fact that he speaks his mind, I know this ain't the kind of brand of football, not only they're not used to, but they want out, and they want out fast. And this guy showed already in game 1, and now he said he ain't coming no more. He said he's here. Now I wish he would have toned it down just a notch, because I know they're going to throw everything at him. And the last thing I want to see is referees cheating on him. Because I got a feeling we're going to see that. Now, I might be wrong for just throwing it out there, but I kind of know how this plays out. They're not going to root for Deion, man. They are not. College football been ran a certain way for years, and he's a game changer. Deion Sanders is going to change the way motherfuckers operate. And they're not trying to hear it, all these old school coaches. All these old school coaches are not hearing that, bro. They're not trying to hear it. But if they don't beat him and he beats them, he's going to bring a different culture. And it's going to be a culture that a lot of organizations and universities are going to have to follow after Deion Sanders. And like I said, it's only one game. A lot of y'all probably say, yo, Al is bugging. It's only one game, small sample size. I get it. I get it. But every time I fucking hear him talk shit and I don't believe him, it's the third time he delivered on me. The third time. That Jackson Station, I thought he had no chance. He did what he had, 27-7. Went to the chip. He said they were going to beat TCU. He said, we here. We coming. It ain't going to be no easy game. This going to go back and forth. And he was right. The only knock I got on that game is they run defense. And kind of they pass defense also. But they made big interceptions. So it's more they run defense. If they can solidify that run defense, offensively, bro, they got a fullback that's no joke. A running back that's no joke. 4 wide receivers. His son is a fucking accurate as you can be. I wasn't sold on him either because he did it in Jackson State. Division II. I'm like, he ain't going to come here Division I. But like I said, it's only one game. Now, the guy that run the organization, the university, said that he's the top elite quarterback in college football. I'm not going to go that far. But I know one thing. The guy got an arm, and he was extremely accurate. And with Deion on him, and you know Deion's going to get the best of the best coaches. Deion knows everybody, and they will help him. So not only he's going to fight this war, it's going to see him against the world. No, he got a lot of people that's going, heavy hitters that's going to come help him out to succeed in what he's trying to do, man. And I got to give nothing but respect, because I'm one of the guys that doubted Deion Sanders. Prime time as a coach, never as a player. To me, he's one of the best players ever. He did it both sides, played baseball. Deion's an athlete. Nobody can intercept a football or guard an individual like Deion Sanders. Revis, nobody. Lester Hayes, Darryl Green, Steve Atwater, Champ Bailey, nobody. Nobody. Sherman, nobody. Deion's the best coverage fucking cornerback ever in the game. And he'll take it to the house after an interception. Y'all know I'm not lying. And I'm praising him because I was wanting them to shoot him down. So I got to give it up. Like I told y'all, I give it up. I'm one of the few niggas that'll lose a bet and announce it. Because everybody's a winner. Why you think I came out with my hat, wins and losses? You win, you lose. It goes both ways. It ain't one way. Because if it's one way, you either a liar or you the worst loser in the game. But let me give you their schedule, then we're going to move on. Because I gave it up to him. I had to do this today. I'm just loving what he's doing, bro. And them prayers, you know, having them kids do the right thing, but also he'll go drop his theme song and then have fun with them. So not only he on their neck in practice, he don't play around. If he see you lacking in any way, you're sitting down or he's getting rid of you. But if you give him 1,000%, even if you fuck up, he gonna ride with you. Perfect example, Jackson State tight end last year dropped that touchdown when they could have won that chip. White boy dropped it. Dropped it. Who was by him before anybody? Deion Sanders. You know what Deion Sanders told him? He goes, I love you, man. Don't worry about it. I love you. That goes a long way with anybody, especially being a white kid who was in a school with the majority of brothers. He probably thought they wanted to beat his ass up, right? Deion made him feel super comfortable. The team was hugging him. That's the kind of culture Deion Sanders is putting together. And you could do nothing but admire this. Like he said, I got my haters, my doubters. How can you hate on this? How? I said I don't think he could do it, but I won't hate on him. I just didn't think he had, the pieces to do it. And it's still early, like I said, small sample. But when you take that 27-7, beating a 17th ranked team, the team that wasn't going to chip, especially if they handle this schedule here, they got Nebraska at home next. That's going to be tough because Nebraska got defense. They should be able to win that. Colorado State, they should be able to win that. Then it gets tough when they go to Oregon. They go at Oregon. The USC game at home is going to be something else. When the Trojans go visit the Buffalo, remember I told y'all that this here is going to be an incredible game. Because if they beat the Trojans in that building, and you know they're going to go crazy, I just hope they don't play jump around in there. They play jumping around in there, the whole 90,000, whatever capacity that Colorado holds, is going to go nuts. They're going to lose their fucking mind. Don't play that jump around shit. Play some other shit, but not that jump around shit. Then they got Arizona State, which is going to be also a difficult game. Home at Stanford, they should clear that. At UCLA, another tough game. Another tough game. Oregon State at home, that's not going to be a cakewalk. Arizona at home, they should win that, but it should be another good game. Now, these two last games at Washington State and at Utah, those are going to be tough games for them. I'm predicting 9-3, 8-4. Some people got them winning, losing one game. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give them a little more leverage because at the end of the day, it's his first season. But I'm going to say 9-3, 8-4 for the Colorado Buffaloes with my boy led by Deion Sanders. God bless to what you're doing, OG. I respect what you're doing. I doubted you, and so far you've proven me wrong. Keep doing what you're doing. Salute to prime time. Let me go to other news real quick. I'm going to turn it over now. We're going to go to baseball. I'm going to talk about my New York Yankees. We in last place, so there's really nothing to talk about, right? A lot of y'all going to say that. We won 7 out of the last 10, which tells me we're not quitting, so I like that. I like that. 17 and a half games out from the division. You know what? Let me check the, my bad. I didn't check the wild card. Give me a minute. I fucked up on that, but I'll make it up right now. Let me just check the wild card real quick. Okay, the wild card, they out 8.5, which says we still got life. It's about 30 games left, but it's like we got life, but we don't, because there's so many teams that will have to play under 500, and we will have to play way over 500 ball. It's not going to happen. I don't want it to happen. But what I like what's happening is that we letting the young boys play. This is a beautiful thing for the New York Yankees, letting the young boys play. And I'm kind of glad now. I was mad in the deadline that we didn't trade some young guys to get some OGs. No. Thank God we didn't do that. Because the team that we got now with the DJ LeMahieu, we had Donaldson, Beta also got waived, Stanton, Rizzo. We're not going to win with that team. So all we would have done was gave up 2, 3, 4 young guys to get another old cat just to stay mediocre. that would have been a loss for us. So if there's anything good the Steinbrenners did, was keep these young guys. Because now you got about 30, 35 games, now 25 games left to see what you got. And they 7-3 with these young boys. Let me mention a few names. We bring up Austin Wells, catcher, and all of them are hitting like 200, one something. But if you see their energy, you see them stealing bases, making nice defensive plays, you see the energy's through the roof. Not like them old guys that were not hustling. They basically gave up. These young boys are balling out. They're not hitting for average, but they're doing everything else. Volpe had 218 this year, right? Anthony Volpe, 20 home runs, 57 up here. He started in the beginning of the season. Also, Oswaldo Cabrera, 213, 4 home runs, 25. Switch hitter, can move him around. Volpe can steal bases. I love our young guys. Then you got Jason Dominguez, the Martian, who we just bring up, who hit 2 killer home runs in Houston. You already know he got power. That line drive left center he hit a motherfucking Justin Verlander was a fucking meteor. And then he hit a skyscraper yesterday to right field. That shit, I don't know if they had the roof open or something, but if that shit was in Tampa Bay, it would have hit the top of the fucking Tampa Bay roof. This kid could hit any average. He's 20 years old. They don't call him the Martian for nothing. I mean, I love what we have going on. We got Everson Pereira, another young guy. We got Oswald Peraza. All these young guys are top-notch young guys. So now, me as a fan, fuck winning this year, forfeit this year, see what we got, build around Garrett Cole. You seen Rondon pitch the other day at Houston. I like Rondon. He just haven't been able to produce via injuries, coming in out of whack, mid-season. He has no kind of momentum, but Rondon is a dog. I told y'all that earlier, and y'all only seen maybe 2 games he looked real good. But trust me, you get Rondon, like right now, he doesn't get injured. He prepares for next year's spring training, and he goes in early. Rondon can win you 17, 18 games as a left-hander starter. So we got pieces to work around. Judge, Garrett Cole, Rondon. Then you put these young guys and figure them out. Who's going to stay, who's going to go back down. Then now we got something. Because now we're going to be energetic. We found our soul. We have a reason to play. Not like these old guys, we losing 8-2 and they laughing on the bench because they getting their money like shit is sweet. Shit is never sweet in New York. If you ain't winning, especially the Yankees, Mets is a different story. Mets is used to losing. Yankees are used to winning, bro. And when you ain't winning and you laughing on the fucking bench, ain't nothing fucking funny. Salute my sister, I love you, baby. You just caught me in the middle of doing it, you know what I mean? But like I said, all of y'all can laugh or talk shit about the... Listen, we're not going to make the playoffs. So all y'all haters, y'all good. Y'all good. I'm just trying to see what we have. I want to see this development take place. Let these boys experiment. Let them feel the big leagues. And there's a lot of games. This is why I love it. It's a lot of games to determine who's ready and who's not ready. And then we need to get some free agents after the season if we want to make a real run. But now we have a good mixture of young, old, and superstars. Judge is a superstar. Garrett Cole is a superstar. Let's keep it 100. So that's basically it for the day. I wanted to bring up the Colorado Buffaloes. Primetime doing an amazing job as a coach, period. But he only got 1 game with Colorado. But it was a huge game where people know that they're going to be fighting all year. They're not going to be a runover. I could tell by that 1 game, they're not going to be runovers. Now, before it, I didn't know. Before it, I thought they were going to get lit up. I said they needed at least a year to get it right. They ready right now, bro. From what I seen, they ready to compete hard right now and go for it all. I'm not going to go there, though. I'm going to say 9-3, 8-4, maybe a bowl game. I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs unless the playoffs is extended. But like I said, if they make it, I wouldn't be surprised because they got a lot of talent in the Colorado Buffaloes. And my Yankees, let me say it again, no playoffs. Put the young guys in there. Let the young guys do their thing. And you already know. Let me go back to the best beat ever in the beginning of the song. So I want y'all to read between the lines. This ain't the best beat ever. But when a record starts, nobody goes crazier than this fucking song right here. So I'm going to close the show with this. Y'all enjoy y'all Labor Day. God bless y'all, man. Jump around, House of Pain, man. The memories that just run through my head, my dude. It's almost like food when, you know, you bite into food and a lot of stuff going on in the food. Pepper, salt, all kind of shit. Adobo. That's how I feel when I hear this mentally. All the flashbacks in my car, in the club, watching these guys live, jumping on the stage. My man, this is one of the top beats ever, man. Y'all hold your heads. Happy Labor Day, whether it's the end of the day, the beginning. Take a Uber home, play it safe.